Throughout human history, the question of what lies beyond death has intrigued and puzzled us. Today, with advancements in science and exploration of consciousness, we're closer than ever to understanding what happens after we die. Join us as we delve into the mysteries of consciousness and explore the possibility that it survives death. Consciousness, the essence of our thoughts, emotions, and experiences, remains one of the most profound mysteries in both science and philosophy. At its core, consciousness is our awareness of ourselves and our surroundings. But where does it originate? How is it sustained? And crucially, what happens to it when our physical bodies cease to function? Theories to explain the phenomenon abound, ranging from neural networks in the brain to complex algorithms of cognition, but none have definitively captured its essence. Michael Pravica, a professor of physics at the University of Nevada, believes that we should be looking at hidden dimensions to explain consciousness. According to this view, consciousness has the ability to transcend the physical world in moments of heightened awareness. This concept ties into the theory of hyperdimensionality, or the idea that our universe is not just made up of the three dimensions we perceive. Instead, the universe might actually be part of a much larger nexus with hidden dimensions, Pravica suggests. If this controversial theory turns out to be true, we would have to accept not only that some beings may be residing outside the physical realm, free from the limitations of space and time, but also that our consciousness might have a similar capacity. Pravica believes that hyperdimensionality is a much more familiar concept than we might think. For example, he claims Jesus could be a hyperdimensional being, and not the only one. According to the Bible, Jesus ascended into heaven 40 days after being on earth. How do you ascend into heaven if you're a four-dimensional creature? Pravica asks. But if you're hyperdimensional, it's very easy to travel from our familiar world into heaven, which could be a world of higher or infinite dimensions. This theory suggests that we all might have the potential to interface with higher dimensions when we engage our brain in certain ways, like while creating art, practicing science, pondering big philosophical questions, praying, or traveling to all sorts of far-flung places in our dreams. In those moments, our consciousness breaches the veil of the physical world and syncs with higher dimensions, which in return flood it with currents of creativity. The sheer fact that we can conceive of higher dimensions than four within our mind, within our mathematics, is a gift. It's something that transcends biology. In addition, recent groundbreaking experiments in which anesthesia was administered to rats has convinced scientists that microtubules in the rodents' brains are responsible for the experience of consciousness. To pull it off, these microscopic hollow tube structures, called microtubules, don't rely on our everyday flavor of classical physics. Instead, experts believe microtubules perform incredible operations in the quantum realm. Citing the work of earlier researchers, the study infers that the same kind of quantum operations are likely happening in human brains. During their rat brain experiments, scientists at Wellesley College in Massachusetts gave the rodents isoflurane, a type of inhaled general anesthetic used to induce and maintain unconsciousness for medical procedures. One group of drugged rats also received microtubule stabilizing drugs, while the other did not. The researchers discovered that the microtubule stabilizing molecules kept the rats conscious for longer than the non-stabilized rats, which more quickly lost their riding reflex, or the ability to restore normal posture, according to their findings. This study is a major step toward verifying a theory that our brains perform quantum operations, and that this ability generates our consciousness, an idea that's been gaining traction over the past 3 decades. The notion that quantum physics must be the underlying mechanism for consciousness first emerged in the 1990s, when Nobel Prize-winning physicist Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff popularized the idea that neural microtubules enable quantum processes in our brain, giving rise to consciousness. Specifically, they postulated in a 1996 paper that consciousness may operate as a quantum wave passing through the brain's microtubules. This is known as orchestra or theory, referring to the ability of microtubules to perform quantum computations through a mathematical process Penrose calls objective reduction. Experiments in consciousness transmission and mediumship also lend support to the idea of life after death. Dr. Jim Tucker, a prominent researcher, has studied children who claim to remember their previous lives. In some cases, these children provide verifiable details about individuals they seemingly had no prior knowledge of. Additionally, studies conducted by parapsychologists using the Ganzfeld method have explored the transmission of information beyond the five senses. While controversial, some experiments have reported statistically significant results suggesting that consciousness can interact across physical boundaries. One notable case involved a medium who accurately described deceased individuals without prior contact, providing specific details that were later verified independently. While skeptics argue that these findings can be attributed to chance or subconscious cues, proponents believe they indicate a connection between consciousness and the afterlife. Advancements in technology are pushing the boundaries of how we perceive consciousness and its potential immortality. Concepts like mind uploading and digital immortality propose that our consciousness could be transferred to a digital medium, allowing us to live beyond our biological lifespan. Companies and research institutions are exploring brain-computer interfaces, BCIs, that map neural activity with unprecedented precision. Projects like Neuralink aim to create a seamless connection between the human brain and computers, potentially paving the way for consciousness transfer. While still in its infancy, the idea of digital consciousness raises profound questions about identity, existence, and what it truly means to be alive. If our consciousness can be replicated or preserved digitally, it challenges the notion that consciousness is solely a biological phenomenon, opening new avenues for its survival beyond death. The quest to understand consciousness after death sits at the intersection of science and spirituality. While science seeks empirical evidence and mechanisms, spirituality provides a framework for personal and collective experiences of the beyond. Integrating these perspectives could offer a more holistic understanding of existence and consciousness. Practices like praying, meditation, and mindfulness bridge the gap between these domains, promoting experiences that resonate with both scientific and spiritual insights. Researchers are increasingly acknowledging the value of subjective experiences and their potential to inform scientific inquiry. By fostering dialogue between scientists, philosophers, and spiritual leaders, we can cultivate a multidimensional approach to exploring what happens after we die, embracing both empirical rigor and the profound mysteries of human experience. As we continue to explore and understand the depths of our consciousness, the mystery of what happens after we die becomes ever more clearer and intriguing. Whether through scientific inquiry, spiritual exploration, or technological innovation, the journey to uncover the truth continues, fueling our curiosity and shaping our perception of life and death. Thank you for watching. If you found this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up, share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and subscribe to our channel for more explorations into the mysteries of life and beyond.